Hello and welcome to French Fried Trains. It's Saturday, June 1st. We're at our normal spot in Carlisle, Ohio. This upcoming train has a special treat for us. He's honking his horn a lot here. At the time, I wasn't sure why. This train is led by a GP30 road slug. There's only one other time I've seen one of those out on the rails on the CSX lines. Look at that old workhorse leading the train. At this point, a bunch of kids walked up from where I couldn't see them behind the trees, so I'm assuming the train was honking its horn so much because they were up by the rails. Seriously, people, please stay back from the rails. It's for your own safety. Mostly tank cars and covered hoppers on this train. And a bunch of gondolas. He stayed at this slower speed the whole time, despite having a green signal. That was the last train we got Saturday evening. On Sunday, June 2nd, we went to Carmody Park here in Carlisle, Ohio, and we went down all of the nature trails and we walked all the way down by this railroad bridge, which is in the middle of Carlisle siding. We hung out by this creek for about an hour, and then this CSX Autorack train came across the bridge. What a wonderful sight. This train has a single locomotive on the front and a DPU, which is more towards the front of the train. And there it is already. An odd placement for the distributed power. Usually, they're in the middle to back half of the train on this line. After that one passed, we played in the creek for a while to beat the heat. It wasn't too much longer, and another train we heard coming up across the bridge. A 3-locomotive CSX manifest train. And 2 with the YN2 paint scheme trailing. Awesome. Lots of tank cars here. And some steel coil cars. Service on my phone. Right there, some lost kayakers had come up and asked to borrow my phone. They didn't know where they were at. And there was no way they were getting through under the bridge with that big log jam there. That was the last train we caught on Sunday while we were down by the bridge. On Monday evening, we came back to our normal spot and caught this train. A northbound CSX tanker train with only a single locomotive. CSX 5401 works hard to pull this train all by itself, with 2 covered hoppers acting as buffer cars. One locomotive and 82 cars. After this train went by, we headed down to the park. While we were waiting at the park, one train pulled in the siding and stopped, so I knew we were going to have a meet. So I waited for him, and I waited, and I waited. It was about an hour before the train he was waiting for showed up. While I was waiting, I recorded this airplane. And with the northbound waiting in the siding, the southbound finally arrived. A single locomotive CSX steel train. Since it was just the steel train, and the lighting was terrible in this spot, I decided to stop recording and get in my car, make it over the rails before the northbound leaves, and go back to my normal spot to get a better shot. And I was able to pull it off. There still isn't a lot of light because it was late in the evening and the sun was going down, but there's more light than in the shot with the last train. As I was going over the rails before this northbound left, I saw that they actually picked up a crew member from the park and he boarded the locomotive. This train is a 2-locomotive CSX Autorack train. And the conductor waves to us here. Steady acceleration, and he's picking up speed quick. Well, that's all for now. Thanks for watching this episode of French Fried Trains. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and have a great week.